Well, revision of the poem Animals. Let us start that here the poet wished to be an animal. Look at the funny thing that the narrator wished to. He wished to be an animal. He wished to be an animal. Why? Here you see the reason. The poet tells us that he feels more at home with animal than human being. We the human beings are selfish. We the human beings are divided into the small fragments. As Rabindranath Tagore has rightly said, that, "Oh God, let me rule into the heaven of fair. Let me go into the heaven of freedom, where man is not divided between the narrow domestic walls." We have divided ourselves into the various domestic walls. In fact, we all are same. We have the same body structure. We are enjoying the same sun, light and water. So dear children, there is no point. It is the man who has limitless desire for a strong possession. Here the matter is very clear. That poet desires to be an animal. It may be very peculiar. It may not be usual for you. But when you will go through the poem, you will realize that poet is right. Why he wished to go to the animal world? He wished to go to the animal for he has a very strong reason. What is that strong? I think I could turn and live with animals. I could think. Here the poet wished to. Here the poet wished to go to the world of animal. The poet desires to turn into the animal and live with them. Why he desires so? Why he desires so? He desires so because he has strongly experienced that they are so placid and self-contained. The reason is here. The poet desired to go to the animal, to turn and live with animals, because he is impressed by their calmness, and the purity of the thought. They are calm, they are self-centered. Animals are calm and they are self-centered. They never fight and clamor for what they have. Here you see, placid. There is what? Placid is what? That they are calm. There is a calmness. They are placid, they are inactive. Why they are calm? And why they are self-contained? They are self-satisfied. But so far as man is concerned, a man is never self-satisfied. If we could be self-satisfied, a miracle could be had. We are just not a human being. We have turned ourselves into the materialistic things. We are running after materialistic world. In spite, though we should believe in spiritualism. Spiritualism is the greatest of all power. But the funny thing is that we are not self-centered. Why we are not self-centered? Here you see, I stand, look at them long and long. The poet was surprised. The poet is surprised to see that the way they are self-centered, the way the animals are self-satisfied, the way the animals are calm. They are not fighting. They are not arguing. They are not arguing, though there is a fight. But they are not fighting for possession. हेलो, हाँ बोलिए। ठीक ठीक ठीक। So they are self-centered. They are self-centered. Animals are self-satisfied. They are self-centered. They never ever found in rat race of possession. This is very unique. This is very unique. That is why he was standing long. I stand and look at them long and long. Why he was standing there lost there? Why he was looking long and long? Here the duration. Why? Because he was surprised. He was surprised to see. The poet was surprised to see that the way the animals are.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning. The poet is surprised to see the way the animals are self-centered and what? Calm. They do not sweat and whine about their condition. They never struggle. They never claim. They never blame. There is no complaint. So far as we are concerned, we are full of complaints, full of blames. So there must be not like this. We should not be full of these things. Rather than we should what? Here you see that though they do not sweat and whine, they never are found worried. They never clamor. They never fight. They never clamor and they never fight about their conditions. Please stop. Please stop making noise. So here, the meaning is very clear. That they do not sweat. whine about that condition. They do not heed, lie awake in dark and weep for their sin. We, the human being, are often restless. We are restless for our own cause. We have our own conditions. Because you see, we, the human being, have turned ourselves into a machine. Modern man, the modern men and women are no more than a machine. They have turned themselves into a dead pool of water, into a dead pool of water. In this modern world, they try to achieve everything, and in this rat race, in the rat race of possession, in the rat race of acquiring more and more, dear children, as I have taught in the poem, ball poem, that whatever you are possessing, a day it will not end. There is a limit. So don't run for the possession. Sweat, awake for the sins. They do not make me sick. They never make themselves sick. The animals never make themselves sick. Sick about what? What we are sick? What we, the men and women, are sick about? We are sick about different things. We are sick about various positions. We are sick about our endless desire. We are sick about possession. But animals are not sick about hoarding the things, collecting the things, and possessing the things. So, they do not make mistakes at their duty to God. They are not worried about their duty. The animals are not worried about their duty. As we are worried, of course it is natural. It is natural that we are worried about our duty. We have certain restrictions, certain limitations. And in that way, we may check ourselves. A man should check ourselves. So, no one is dissatisfied, no one is demented with. Animals' world is a unique world. They are self-centered. They are calm. Nobody is dissatisfied. But the opposite is happening with human being. We all are dissatisfied with so many things. We all are dissatisfied with so many things. The great philosopher Vivekananda said that most of the people are crying for what they have and what they wanted. We cry for what we want, but we don't have. We are dissatisfied for what? Because our wants. We are dissatisfied because we are not meeting the want. Whatever we want, we never meet. This is the reason of dissatisfaction. The reason of dissatisfaction is very easy. Why we are dissatisfied with? We are dissatisfied due to our wants. Due to our wants. If we could limit, if we could check our wants, then there will be no dissatisfaction. So animals are not dissatisfied with. They are not demented with the mania of owning the thing. We are maniac. We are crazy. We are mad. A man is mad. We all are mad about the possession. The more we wanted to collect, the more we have, the more we wanted to have. Dear children, we need to come out of this mania. This is a mental sickness. This is a mental sickness that we are crazy, we are mad, we are maniac about possession. Remember, what we come with, what we go with. What we come with, what we go with. Naked we came. Oh, sorry. The mania of possession. A man is crazy. A man is mad. A man is crazy about possession. He is maniac. And in this mania, we have made ourselves machine. And this is the why. That is why the world has turned into a materialistic thing. A spiritualistic thing has lost its value. A spiritualistic thing has lost its value because we are maniac about possessions. We want to collect more and more things. We need to come out. We need to get it. So, the mania of owning the thing. No one kneels another, no one is nigh. There is no mania, so there is no richness, there is no poorness. Everybody is equal. Nobody is kneeling. Nobody is kneeling. Nobody is kneeling and bending. Nobody is making any request. The animals are never making any request. They never knelt down for their own greed. They never commit. If they commit the mistake, they don't have a reason. So, kneeling. Kneel to another, nor his kind that lived thousands of years ago. They are living in the same kind, same life. They are living the same life. There is no race. So, they are enjoying their freedom. But, no one is respectable or unhappy about the whole earth. The animals are not unhappy. They are not worried about the respect or disrespect, whatever they are getting. Whatever they are getting, they have their own point. They have their own reason. So they are unhappy over the whole earth. So they show their relations to me and I accept them. And that is why all these things are so inviting that poet wished to, that poet desired to what? Turn into the world of animal. He wished to go to the world of animal because they are placid, because they are self-centered, because they have no craze, they are not in that crazy race of possession. They have no complaints, no tears. They never knelt before anybody else, and they are satisfied with the condition they are living since early days. So this is the reason that the poet wished to go back to the animal world. He feels it inviting. The poet felt it that how inviting it is. What invites? The way the animal looked self-satisfied, the way the element looked calm and composed, the way the animal are not hating each other, they have no complaints, they are not worried about their respect, and so many things. So the poet wished to go to the world of animals. So they saw their relations to me and unaccepted them. They bring me token too of myself. What were the tokens? Tokens of humility. Token of what? Self-centered. What was the token? Token to me of myself, the evidence, them plainly their possessions. What were the tokens? What tokens they bring them? The token of disrespect. The token that they are not complaining. They have never complained about. Uncomplaining attitude. Token of uncomplaining attitude. Token of love. Token of brotherhood. Token of humanity. Token of what? Self-satisfaction. Contentment. Contentment is the best sauce. So the token of contentment is very important to him. I accept them, the plenty in there, wonder where they get those tokens. And poet was surprised that from where they have possessed, from where they have got these amazing tokens, how we the man are the supreme creature of God, but we lack these tokens. We need to take a lesson from the animals, how to be self-centered, how to be calm, how to be composed, how we could avoid the rat race of the competition, how we should get rid of the mania of the possession. Because you see, my dear children, there is no end. There is no end of possession. The more you would possess, the more you will be hungry. So be careful. Be careful. They go, did I pass the way huge times ago, nightly they drop them? They pass the time. They pass their time. Do I pass the way huge time ago, nightly drop them? So the poet thinks that if he had passed his time to join the world. So here, dear children, the theme and the message of the poem is clear. The poet wished to teach us a lesson, that we should take a lesson from the animals, because they are never worried about their conditions. They teaches us a lesson of satisfaction. They teaches us to avoid possession. They teaches us that we should not be crazy, we should not be mad about worldly possession, because all the worldly possessions are a thing of to perish. Time will tarnish everything. So a man is bound with time. whatever we are, you will possess. अगेन म्यूटेड, कितना बार म्यूट हो जा रहा है यार, ये बार बार डिसलाइक हो रहा है. सो दिस इज व्हाट टाइम tarnishes everything. Learn this lesson. The poet wants to teach us the lesson that we, the human being, should take a very, very strong lesson from the animals, because they teaches us how to calm and composed, how to respect yours, how to satisfy with his own condition, because contentment is the best source. He wants to teach us to overcome the greed, to overcome the world of possession.